Welcome to Isis in the Bible Summer Gathering Week number 6, Metu Neter Scarab. The question for today is, what do you think hieroglyphs are? We went around the room and we got some amazing responses. Really good, and you'll see that when I edit the video. In this week's gathering, we explore the Scarab, or Khepri, in the Metu Neter, a living glyph that reveals the art of conscious reincarnation. Together, we'll uncover how its a natural behavior mirrors the laws of creation, how it encodes the process of shaping our next cycle, and why this key has been hidden in plain sight. Through symbols, natures, and spiritual law, we'll reconnect to the practical wisdom embedded in the hieroglyphs. Glad you could join us today. Just a friendly reminder that the Lionsgate happening in the sky is on August the 23rd, just for you to remember. And if you can do a Braveheart intention, we're going to do it again today at the end of the meeting, so we can stay focused. And that there is a new moon on that date, which is really cool. So next week, I will get into the details of exactly what time it is for different people. So check out this alignment. Thanks to Sister Amanda, she guided me to see this alignment coming up in the new year when she shared the Star of David, which is important with astrological alignments called sextile or 60 degrees or trinities, right? On January 18th, which is my parents' anniversary, wedding anniversary, look at on this new moon what we have. Wow. Mars, Mercury, the moon, the sun, Icarus, your wings, Venus, Pluto, Vesta. That's pretty significant. And it's going to be in that with Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, and Black Moon, deep spiritual sign. So people are going to feel this, depending on your chart, of course, but that's pretty amazing. She also shared an image. Okay, somebody took an image, so I just cropped this out from somebody taking a picture in their backyard of this amongst the Big Dipper. So when you know the stars map the lands, because I plotted Ptolemy's stars, I plotted every single one of them from his Almagest, and that points to where? Was that England, Ireland, Scotland? There's a lot going on over there. A lot going on over there. That's why that energy of the Queen, right, is there. Because there's that beautiful constellation resides over there, Ursa Major, the Great Bear. So again, that's to do with this, the Pleiades, right? So you got the Pleiades, Ursa Minor, Ursa Major, Orion's Belt. All these have this 3 on the tail all the way into our head. I can't tell you how many people have reached out that have strong Pleiades connections. And so that energy is very holographic. And so you see this, there's an energy there. Is this real? She knows the person that knows the person that took it. Either way, we know there's a lot of energy in this location in England. So Metu Neter, speaking of what these mean, Metu Neter literally means divine wisdom. Of Kemet, ancient Egypt. It implies that the hieroglyphs are not just letters or decorative art, but a living language of essences, the cyclical laws of nature, and the experiences throughout the ages. Each glyph is a reflective symbol of a natural and spiritual cycle, representing a specific experienced vibration of cosmic order. Rather than being a linear alphabet, the Metu Neter is a sacred system where image, vibration, and meaning are unified, a kind of divine circuitry. To read it is an understatement. It is a remembrance how the stars communicates its will of perfection through the face of God, through nature, cycles, and the human spirit. In essence, it is the visual record of the eternal dialogue between the seen and the unseen, inviting the reader to align with the same principles that govern the stars, the earth, and the soul. We're going to be doing a few of the more interesting ones, Egyptian walls, and we're going to apply Metu Neter to it. So the Scarab. The Scarab or the Khepri is the designer of the next cycle. It represents deliberate reincarnation, the art of shaping the next life through conscious acts in this present. Its natural cycle mirrors placement, gestation, and emergence, the same process expressed in the Phoenix Rising. The Scarab pushes its sphere backwards while looking forward, a physical paradox symbolizing the review of the past while projecting the future. It embodies self-directed destiny, always with a symbiotic relationship to the greater community of life. This glyph is both a personal and universal guide to intentional rebirth. So again, he's pushing this backwards, looking where he's been. If it's beautiful where he's been, he's just looking at what he wants. If it's not beautiful, then he's going to reimagine it and not look at where it's at. So the Scarab works only with life-giving materials, preferring fresh herbivore dung, rich in plant fiber, and avoiding carnivore waste, which is toxic and dry. By rolling and burying these nutrient spheres underground, it returns nitrogen, phosphorus, and organic matter to the soil, renewing the pasture for the same grazing animals that supplied it. This act removes waste, nourishes new growth, and maintains harmony across the field's life's cycles. In nature, many small life forms hatch and expose dung to balance the field. The Scarab redirects this material underground before they begin their work, offer another path for harmony. This is a symbiotic partnership with the swift recyclers of nature, each role supporting the whole. So symbiotically, this mirrors karmic purification, burying the past in fertile ground for transformation. The Scarab's backward push while facing forward reflects manifesting the future while integrating the past. Its work is never only self-serving. The ball feeds the next generation, heals the ground, and sustains the animals, completing the cycle of life for its next reincarnation, design of life. So as it's burying it in the ground, some of the pests that bother the animals won't be able to lay its eggs in it because it's burying it down. It's creating that fertilizer that feeds these animals so they stay. And then so you got beautiful organic plants, beautiful healthy animals, and the dung beetle that's helped fertilizing, so he keeps that whole cycle going. So while he's putting that in the ground, while he's walking backwards, he's viewing this. He's projecting himself in or herself into the next incarnation by having the images of what it wants. This is the symbol that's on the Egyptian walls. So you're seeing Mother Nature. So this represents Mother Nature perfection, the face of God. You're seeing it with your eye, but you're understanding it at a deeper level. In other words, without the pupil. This is the third eye, the one behind the eye. So that's what it's doing. It's understanding and imagining its next life cycle. So the omitted key to the conscious rebirth in much of modern Egyptian spirituality, the Scarab is either overlooked or reduced to decoration. But in Metu Neter, it is a living manual for conscious reincarnation. The Scarab shows the how, not just the idea. The process is karmic alchemy. First, choose your material. The actions and intentions will carry you forward. Then shape and place it deliberately, just as the Scarab positions its sphere underground. Next, allow the transformation to happen in the unseen, the hidden realms, as the larva gestates underground, finally reemerge, renewed, ready for the next cycle. So without this practical skill, reincarnation becomes a distant belief rather than a conscious act. The Scarab reminds us you are infinite. You shape the next cycle with precision, not by chance. So the key here is the practical skill of reincarnation. Get over it. You're infinite. So you'll see that it shows wings. So this is on they call it the throne of King Tut. No, no, no. This is showing if you want to achieve liberation, you have to do this process. So on this throne that they put there, it's not of a king. It's just showing if you want to, everywhere you sit, if you want to master your life and that everything around you is beautiful and in harmony, you do this. So that's why you got the phoenix rising wings separating this image. And a cartouche like this here, this means your next self, your next embodiment. This is the one and the zero, the alpha. And this is you in the reincarnation cycle. That's why you see these wings there. Like here, you see the winged scarab, phoenix rising. That's all the beautiful, beautiful meanings behind this. So again, when you metaphysically know the no thing, the point in the middle, the ether to which you're projecting yourself through, and to get there easy with least amount of resistance, we have to be pure. So we physically see it and in nature. So you are the Khepri, you are the Scarab. The Scarab teaches that the next cycle is entirely your own design. Nothing from the past is wasted. Experiences are reshaped and repurposed into new life, much like the Scarab forms its sphere. The sun disk above represents the reborn spirit, its ascent powered by conscious preparation. So the process is not just self-serving, as we said. It nourishes and balances the entire field you will return to. True reincarnation is both personal renewal and service to creation, everyone around you. You're not alone, we're all one, right? As the scarab rolls its sphere, so the soul rolls its destiny forward. The agnosis, aka lack of wisdom, is that many modern Metu Neter texts overlook this. The scarab, the clearest symbol of designed reincarnation, is absent, yet it holds the practical key to shaping our own rebirth with intention and harmony. So you're always constantly projecting yourself into the next womb. That is the story of the scarab, Khepri. You can see that in here it's showing an image of what he's projecting, that beautiful community that he's seeing while he's rolling it backwards. So that's why they revered that on the Egyptian walls. And then Rosemary brought up, which I'd like to add, is that at nighttime, it's known to orientate itself with the Milky Way. So it's looking at the art on the walls like we're doing on the Egyptian walls. So when you're looking at the art on the walls, which is this image here, when you're looking at your future, when you're shaping your future with the images you create, that's what the scarab is telling you to do. Read the messages on the walls, which are the Egyptian walls. Read the messages in the stars. And read Mother Nature all around you and imagine what you want, because you're the God Goddess that creates it all, and work together as one. So we'd like to close with preparing for the Lion's Gate to do a meditation with you on having a brave heart. Remember, the Lion's Gate is about rising up with bravery, but only using love. You part all non-loving waters effortlessly when your waters are pure. So if you guys want to get comfortable, I'd like to read this so that we can prepare our hearts for August 23rd, when the alignment with the sun, the moon, and Regulus. So Lion's Gate Invocation, a living declaration of radiant stewardship and peaceful inheritance. Today the sun embraces Regulus, the royal brave heart of the lion. The heavens reflect the soul's return, a return to divine trust, to sacred memory, to the inner throne of peace. I stand here as heir of the living estate, guided by light, grounded in love, surrounded by unseen allies. Through this gate flows remembrance that every creation responds to intention, that love restores all balances, and that the heart opens doors which knowledge alone cannot. I carry the resonance of forgiveness, the tone of gentle clarity, and the quiet authority of one who remembers. This is the sacred turning. The celestial gate mirrors the inner passage. The estate breathes freely. The soul walks upright with bravery. The gift is given and the record is made in love. May every path be illuminated, every steward awakened, and every signature sealed in peace. So it is. And so we walk together in bravery, in trust, in warmth, and in wholeness, knowing the waters part when we are pure love. And that's all we have for today.